Live streaming has become one of the most popular forms of online entertainment today. Sites like Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer are capitalizing on a trend of live streaming and merging another form of media, video games. The video game industry was a $138 billion market in 2018, and there is one live streaming platform that is beating out the competition for live streaming gaming, Twitch.
The Super Bowl maybe gets, let's call it 50 to 100 million views for that, either online or on TV. Twitch alone gets that every single tournament. It's hundreds of millions of people. It's very global. It's every single tournament is highly viewed. So that scale is absolutely staggering, and it's only going up.
The site has over 3 million monthly streamers, and at one point, Twitch generated so much hype that both Google and Amazon were trying to acquire the site. Twitch is one of the biggest live streaming platforms. It's viewed as a top choice for many content creators looking to build a following.
So being live every single day, I was able to build connections with people on a much more personal level and at a faster pace than I did with other platforms.
Well, I first started streaming beginning of high school, so that was around 6-7 years ago. Twitch wasn't even big back then. They had a couple thousand viewers maybe, the top streamers, and I was like, wow, people like watching them play games, they chat about it, so I started streaming.
In 2018, Twitch had the 6th highest traffic for streaming video in the world, and in January of 2019, Twitch had nearly 1 billion hours of streams watched on the site. But before Twitch took the internet by storm, launching the careers of streamers like Tyler Ninja Blevins, the site went by a different name, Justin TV. Justin TV was launched back in 2007, and it was developed by Justin Kan and Emmett Shear. In its earliest days, it was a site dedicated to broadcasting the life of the site's creator, Justin Kan.
The community that formed around Justin TV was a little bit more of a reality television show community, as you'd expect. So it was people who were attracted by the idea. There's probably about 10,000 people in the core Justin TV community originally who really wanted to be part of this sort of social experiment to share Justin's life on the internet. And it attracted a really eclectic group of people. We still are in contact with a lot of them. It was a really interesting time.
Justin TV had a huge following and saw gamers like Ninja using the platform broadcasting their gaming in real time. The live streaming service would eventually pivot to set sights on the gaming and esports community. In June 2011, Twitch was announced from the same creators as Justin TV, and a few years later, Justin TV shut down. During its first year, Twitch had close to 3.2 million unique visitors a month, but the company would rapidly grow into the giant that it is today. In 2012, monthly visitors jumped from 3.2 million to 20 million visitors. And in 2013, Twitch would become the #1 video streaming site in the video game category with 45 million visits a month.
So when we got started on Twitch, we had a goal of 25% growth a month every month. At the end of 6 months, if we could keep our growth above 25% a month for gaming content, we would commit. And if we couldn't, we would kill the project. And so it was transformational when we started beating that goal. And I think the thing about it that was most transformational was this sense that we were in charge of our own destiny.
Twitch skyrocketed to heights that drew the attention from tech giants Google and Amazon. During this time, it was reported that Google made strides to acquire Twitch.
I think the reason why people are really interested in the company right now is that they're surprised when they hear that we have so many people, over 1 million people broadcast gaming every month.
But Twitch would grab the attention to its now parent company Amazon in an all-cash deal worth $970 million.
In the run-up to being acquired by Amazon, it was a crazy time at Twitch because we were growing really fast. Everything was breaking all the time because every system that we had put in place turned out not to be sufficiently scaled, and we were replacing every component of the system. We were adding people really fast because we had so much to go do, and we were starting to make money, and we were starting to get some real competitive attention from other players who were starting to think, oh, maybe this live streaming gaming thing is a thing. There's just so much going on. And it was a real relief when we finally finished the process. Twitch Prime has been massive for us, and we never could have done Twitch Prime without Amazon. The ability to let any Amazon Prime customer get benefits on Twitch and get benefits for our streamers by upselling people into buying an Amazon Prime subscription it's just a great dynamic. It's great for our streamers, it's great for our viewers, it's great for us, good for Amazon.
But Google didn't miss out completely on the video game streaming scene. Just a year after Amazon acquired Twitch, YouTube Gaming was launched with a mix between live streaming and video on demand. Today, YouTube Gaming has a following of 82 million subscribers.
Well, with YouTube, I'm capable of editing what I want to say, so it's a lot more controlled in what the content I want to put out. Whereas on Twitch, everything is just like, on the spot, live entertainment. You're just kind of put in the spotlight. But like that said, a lot of my YouTube content is just like VODs from my Twitch, just edited into a nice compact format.
The good thing about YouTube though is I can plan things ahead, and I can get 4 or 5 videos ready to be uploaded, and I could go and take a vacation if I wanted to, or go on a trip and have those videos uploaded. But when it comes to Twitch, you kind of have to be there every single day to keep the momentum going.
Even though YouTube is one of the top video websites in the world, it still hasn't drawn in as many eyeballs as Twitch when it comes to live streaming gaming.
I think Twitch is a little bit more mature, just because it's more focused on live streaming, and they've been doing live longer than anyone else. So the tools are more fully baked, they're more developed, there's more of them.
But YouTube Gaming is making some serious strides to catch up with Twitch.
YouTube is close, so certainly I think they are Twitch's most important competitor today, and Twitch is more mature, more focused on live. YouTube has big advantages in other areas.
Since its beginnings, Twitch has evolved from its esports and gaming roots. It's now into professional sports. Back in 2018, Twitch announced it would be broadcasting Thursday night football games for the NFL.
In partnership with Amazon Prime, we have Thursday Night Football on Twitch, and that's awesome. It's been really cool, particularly to watch co-streaming of Thursday Night Football. This is something that we invented on Twitch to enable our streamers to help create the experience and to become effectively new commentators for football. The viewers have really liked it. Streamers have gotten super excited about it. We've gotten tons of outreach from streamers, other new streamers wanting to do it. And I think it's actually pointing the new way to do sports in a multiplayer entertainment context.
But it's not just the NFL taking notice of Twitch's value. Big brands are jumping onto the Twitch bandwagon. Brands have a number of different ways to integrate themselves on Twitch. Whether it's brand deals with streamers, ad space on the site, some brands even have their own Twitch channel.
When it comes down to it, Old Spice, they've done many things. I think they had a robotic squid that they partnered with some Twitch streamers to help push one of the most recent launches of the game. I think Overwatch just signed Coca-Cola to event-based sponsorship. And the brands that we see the most successful are the brands that either take on an event sponsorship or take on a streamer and really say, we're going to own this space.
But it's not just the big brands that are making money from Twitch. It's also the community of gamers too. There are over 3 million monthly broadcasters a month on the site, and 27,000 of them are Twitch partners. Twitch partners are streamers that can make money through paid subscriptions, bits, ads and sponsorships, and merchandising.
You can then donate bits to the person that you're watching, and those start at 1 bit all the way up to 1 million bits. And the way that works is, I think for every $1.40 you get 100 bits. The streamer that you're then donating to, for instance, gets a portion of that revenue. The rest goes to Twitch.
Fans can pay $5 to $10 or even $25 a month to subscribe to a Twitch partner streamer. Twitch partners are streamers that have a sizable audience and stream either part or full-time.
And subscriptions are tiered. Are tiered with starting, I think, at the bottom is $4.99, to where you can subscribe to streamers who are your favorite, right? And that then a portion of that stream money goes to Twitch, and a portion of that subscriber money goes to the streamer themselves.
And once it got to a point where it was sustainable and I could do Twitch full time, pay the bills, that's when I really started creating and solidifying a schedule that was more your typical 8-hour, work days, 5 to 6 days a week.
So what is it about Twitch that makes people tune in? With almost 1 billion hours of Twitch content watched by users in January of 2019, a majority of these live streams are dedicated to watching people play games like Fortnite, League of Legends, and Apex Legends. In fact, Fortnite was so big on Twitch, it had its own convention hall at Twitch's yearly expo called TwitchCon. But tuning into your favorite streamer and watching them play popular games isn't the only drive as to why people watch Twitch streamers. A lot of it has to do with the psychology behind Twitch.
So research conducted by Solblum et al. Found a number of reasons why Twitch is so popular. So the first reason they found was something called information seeking. So this is simply going to Twitch to watch someone play a video game who's very good at it, because they want to learn themselves how to be good at the game. So the second reason they identified was something called tension release. And this is the idea that someone may have had a difficult day at work, they may have had a hard day at school, so they get to come home, they get to put on a Twitch stream, and they get to be entertained by someone who is very entertaining themselves, while also playing a fun game.
Twitch is a site that has a community of users who aren't just tuning in, but are actively engaging with each other.
Someone donated to the streamer saying, I'm in a great mood, I'm going to pass on the love because I recently just got engaged. And everyone, the streamer and the audience watching you, they were all like, congratulations, I'm so happy for you, that's brilliant to hear. And when you dissect that, you think about the fact that this person got engaged, and their instinct may have been to tell their family, then to tell their friends, and now we're at a stage in Twitch where their next step was to tell their favorite streamer. And that's incredible to think about in terms of that social bond.
Back when Twitch first launched, it had over 3,000 Twitch partners on the site, 300,000 broadcasters each month, and 72 billion minutes watched. But in 2018, Twitch had 27,000 partners, 3.4 million broadcasters, and over 560 billion minutes watched. So what does the future of Twitch look like?
As competition heats up, I think we always try to do the same thing, which is go back to making sure you're nailing the basics. When you feel like there's a lot of competition around, the most important thing is to make sure you're nailing the very core needs and not spending too much of your time getting distracted by shiny new things you could build in the future, and that you pay attention to the core and you make sure you're paying attention to your customers and that they are getting the best possible service. Because every Twitch streamer has a choice where they go, and we're very grateful that they choose to stream on us, but we're also very aware that we're not the only people you can do it on. And that's, I actually think that's healthy. I think it's good. I wouldn't want Twitch to be the only place you can stream live video. I don't think that would be good for our streamers, and I actually don't think it would be good for Twitch in the long run. I think you get lazy and sloppy when you don't have any competition. And I think I'm excited to see what competitors launch a lot of the time, because sometimes they innovate on things. I like to think we innovate the most.